seventh Supervisor of the town of North Hempstead, the Honorable Judi Bosworth.
I am proud and privileged to be your new town supervisor. And of course, I am particularly honored to succeed John Kamen and May Newberger, two exceptional leaders who dedicated their public lives to the betterment of our community. On New Year's Day, John and I met at May Newberger Cove in Port Washington, where he administered the oath of office to me so that I could officially assume my duties on day one. And I'm sure those of you who are familiar with the recent history of the town can appreciate how fitting and how poignant that moment was. And thank you, Kim, for figuring that one out. So today, as we end the first month of the new year, I'd like to outline for you where we are as a town government and talk about some of my priorities for my first term. Within a few days of my election on November 5th, I formed a transition team headed by an outstanding leader from our town, Arthur Gianelli. The transition team was tasked with reviewing the established management structure of town government, and that's what we did. As part of the transition, I visited just about every town facility, met with commissioners, department heads, and staff, and evaluated each department based on the SWOT model. I had never heard of that before, so I'll share it with you. SWOT stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. I put in place a highly professional senior staff with deep experience in local government to work with me and the town board in moving North Hempstead forward and identifying our priorities and goals. Well, here we are in day 31 with 4 snowstorms, 1 ice storm, and 4 town board meetings in my first month, the most recent one lasting until almost 2 o'clock in the morning. So I can report to you with confidence after just 1 month that the state of the town of North Hempstead is busy, active, energetic, strong, responsible, and dedicated to serving our residents whenever and wherever we can. So let me now outline some of our plans for 2014. My administration will focus on maintaining the town's stable and strong finances, environmental awareness, departmental and programmatic initiatives, customer service, and government transparency. I'm pleased to report that the fiscal condition of town government remains solid and secure, and I am committed to building upon that strong foundation. The bond rating assigned to the town by Moody's Investors Service is AA1. That's the highest in the town's history. North Hempstead has fiscal concerns similar to many other municipalities. The cost of health care coverage and pension contributions for our employees continues to rise. Infrastructure ages and needs repair. Jack, we're talking about that all the time. And the next Superstorm Sandy and the costs of storm recovery can never be far from our consciousness. However, working with the town board and our professional finance team, we will put in place a multi-year capital plan and a multi-year debt management plan, which will aid us in the budget and planning process and help ensure the stability and strength of our finances going forward. Environmental protection was a signature issue for both of my predecessors, as it was for me as a school board member and county legislator, and Amy, thank you for mentioning that. We will continue this proud North Hempstead tradition by working to strengthen laws, regulations, and awareness to protect our aquifers and our drinking water, building on recent efforts towards establishing a Long Island Water Compact. The concerns regarding water quality and availability voiced at this week's town board meeting by numerous residents of the Roslyn Water District underscore just how important our water supply is in so many aspects of our lives. Protecting and preserving the integrity of our underground aquifers, our sole source water supply, will be a priority of this administration. We will build on existing partnerships with our local school districts, establishing a new program to educate our young people regarding the importance of water conservation. Local students will be taking part in a video contest this year with the theme of water conservation. Our environmental initiatives should start with our children, and this is just one example of how to make this critical goal a reality. I also want to report on a new project in which approximately 80 garbage cans and recycling bins will be installed up and down main streets in Great Neck, increasing opportunities for residents to recycle. This has been made possible by a $75,000 New York State grant obtained through the office of our State Senator Jack Martins, for which we are most appreciative. Our beautiful waterfront and shorelines are among our town's most valued and valuable environmental resource. We will continue our efforts to protect Manhasset Bay and the magnificent destination and recreational area it has become. We will also bring renewed attention and focus to Hempstead Harbor, which is the waterfront in Glenwood Landing, Roslyn Harbor, Roslyn, and Port Washington. It is time for a comprehensive, inclusive community visioning of the Hempstead Harbor and West Shore Road area to protect the natural environment for future generations and expand recreational opportunities for our families. So one of the initiatives that we want to speak about is the 311 call center, which is the heartbeat of North Hempstead government, day in and day out. During Superstorm Sandy, 311 was truly a lifeline for numerous North Hempstead residents when it answered 37,000 calls at the height of the storm. It continues to be an invaluable resource for residents to report concerns and have their issues recorded, tracked, and responded to. Special thanks to Vinnie Malizia and all the hardworking 311 staff members for going above and beyond during this recent snowstorm. So we will enhance the 311 system by making service requests possible directly through the town's website and via a new app for mobile devices. The app, called My North Hempstead, is seamlessly integrated with the town's 311 call center. These improvements will give residents additional ways to submit service requests to the town. At present, the app is available for iPhones, but we expect it to become available for other smartphones shortly. And it's a great thing. If you go to the Apple apps and you download it, you'll see all the incredible things that it can do. But I'm going to tell you about it now anyhow. So, as with the present 311 system, residents can use My North Hempstead to notify the town about potholes, broken sidewalks, and a host of other issues, which will then be addressed in a timely and professional manner. This new app also allows residents to look up garbage and recycling collection schedules, add the schedules to their own personal smartphone calendars, and even research proper recycling and solid waste disposal methods and information. So thanks to Frank Christendero, Commissioner of Information Technology, for his efforts in developing this innovative application. I know that there are going to be a lot of other innovations coming in terms of this app as well. It sounds great. Another major innovation has been Project Independence, through which seniors receive support and services that allow them to remain in their homes and surrounding as they age. We call it Aging in Place. This is one of the town's truly unique and special programs, which was started with the strong support of Councilwoman Lee Seaman and Councilman Angelo Ferraro. Among the resources provided by Project Independence are transportation to medical appointments and shopping, healthcare support, social work, and home maintenance and repair. A new feature of Project Independence this year will enable seniors or their caregivers to sign up for services through the town's website, as well as by calling 311. 3 project independence committees were recently formed because this is an organization that is constantly thinking of new ways to serve seniors. And so I'd like to just give a shout out to Casey Myers for all the work that she's doing with this. North Hempstead has a truly extraordinary park system. We will continue long-term investment in our parks while at the same time enhancing programs, particularly for younger families. As part of this effort, we will take the Yes We Can Community Center to the next level in terms of its programming, utilization, and community involvement. The 60,000 square foot Platinum LEED certified center fulfilled a lifelong dream, not only for Supervisor Kamen and Supervisor Newberger before him, but for the many residents in Newcastle and Westbury. Now it is our responsibility to make the best use of the top-of-the-line features that this facility boasts. I am committed to building the Alvin Petrus Recreational Facility in Port Washington. The land swap contract that is at the center of the park plan was signed last month, and the closing is scheduled to take place later this year, after which time we will move forward with this important project. We will also look to further engage the community in programs at our great state-of-the-art pool facilities at Manor Haven Beach Park and Tully Park. Under former Supervisor John Kamen, North Hempstead stepped up its commitments to arts and culture right here in our local community. Central to this commitment has been the partnership with the Great Neck Arts Center, which as of this week is now officially called the Gold Coast Arts Center. Reflecting our community's shared vision of a town-wide cultural arts network. That developing synergy was further in evidence this week as the town reaffirmed its strong support of the arts in the Newcastle community through the exciting Arts Build Newcastle Revitalization Program, which has been championed by Councilwoman Viviana Russell. And so working with Landmark on Main Street, that I know that Councilwoman Dina DeGiorgio has been such an advocate for, as well as our clerk, Wayne Wink, we know that we're putting together a system of arts and culture that we can be proud of and that will serve as an economic engine for our community in many years to come. One of the key tenets of this administration will be a focus on customer service for town residents with an initial emphasis on the building department. One of the commitments I made during my campaign for town supervisor has already been fulfilled. The appointment of an applicant advocate in the building department who reports directly to my office. Lauren Suma, a highly capable veteran of our town government, is now in the building department assisting our residents in navigating the permit process and cutting through red tape. She's also scheduling evening forums at various locations through the town to make it easier for residents to meet with her and for her to explain the permit process and respond to individual problems and concerns. And I heard actually this morning that a representative from the building department will also be with her to help, and I think that's just a great initiative. We will explore ways we can use technology to make the building department more user-friendly. The town website is being redesigned to make forms more easily accessible. We will make it possible to fill out and submit some building department forms online and work towards accepting electronic payments so that applicants do not have to wait at the building department to submit their paperwork and their payments. And we will establish a system so that applicants can check the status of their matters online, which I think is really key. We will invest the resources necessary to foster these and other improvements to reduce the time and stress involved in obtaining permits and certificates while never compromising our commitment to compliance with the town code and to building safety. I remain committed to long-term improvements to our building department in order to ensure that it truly evolves into an agency of town government that functions as an ally of our residents. So as you can see, North Hempstead has been on the job this winter. A primary goal of this administration will be to make North Hempstead town government more accessible to the public. And I'm pleased to announce that we've already taken an initial step in this direction. At our very first regular town board meeting of the year on January 7th, the board approved my proposal to establish a 30-minute comment period at the beginning of every regular scheduled town board meeting. Under the new rule, residents have individual questions and concerns that are not on the agenda. Those that have those questions will no longer have to wait until the end of the meeting to bring their matters to the attention of the board. I believe this will encourage and enhance public participation in our meetings. Today I can announce that the second action we are taking, which was approved by the town board at our January 28th meeting, is to live stream on the town's website all town board meetings, starting with our next meeting on February 25th. So anyone who is interested in hearing about a topic on the agenda but is unable to make it to town hall now will be able to watch and listen to the proceedings on their computer, tablet, or smartphone. And an icon for this purpose will be available on the homepage of the town website. Making government more accessible to the public is important, and so is making government more open and transparent. Those with whom I have worked in my 2+ decades of public service will tell you that I've always emphasized process, procedure, and transparency as the best vehicles to ensure openness and integrity in government. Part of this challenge is ensuring that residents are made aware of proposals and actions that may have an impact on their lives and neighborhoods. This is not merely government speak or political speak. It is what each and every member of our town board believes in and is committed to. I share this very recent story with you because I want to ensure all town residents that your concerns will always be listened to by your town board, and your participation in the process has a significant impact upon the decisions we make. I said in my inaugural speech earlier this month that as an elected official in our town for over 20 years, I've come to appreciate the simple fact that when we work together as a community to solve a problem, rise to a challenge, heal a hurt, we are always more effective when we do it together. Just like that long night in Albertson last week, that is what really makes North Hempstead a special place. I have often said over the past year that in my administration, all our residents and community groups would have a seat at the table in Town Hall. As we work together to make our town an even more special, more extraordinary place to live, work, raise a family, please know that you have a seat at our table. Thank you.